What's up, everybody? As we all know, we are getting the Dark Succubus Hall of Heroes. So today, I thought, what better time? Bagels, it's another RTA. Yes, it's an RTA Spotlight video. It's an RTA Spotlight video. You called it RTA Spotlight video. Okay, anyway, well, we already saw what she did in the other video. Did you watch the other video? So, some of you didn't, some of you did. She's one of the best skill ones in the game. Sleep, and it even goes up in chance, and it recovers your attack gauge, increases your attack gauge by 50%. It's crazy. Turn cycling is crazy on her. Twist of Joy, this is a strip up to 3 beneficial effects and replaces them with harmful effects. This is amazing. Reusable in 3 turns. And then, like, you know those times when you're like, I don't have any strippers. I don't have a Tiana. I don't have a Triton. Like, you don't need... This is perfectly fine. I consider her better than Orion in RTA. If you're using Orion, consider swapping her out for this in RTA. This third skill, I don't really like too much for RTA. It's all about the first and second skills. That's what it's all about. So anyway, let's take a look at RTA Spotlight. Okay, let's do it. Okay, we'll start off with a bagel video. I've been using. I don't like to use Hathor, man, but I'm like. Let's use Hathor. When I go up against people that I'm like, I feel like I need to win, then I'm like, okay, we'll stick Hathor in there. But I have my favorite DPS unit. I kind of felt like they were going to pick Ajir actually at first. But I slept the Verti. The goal here is to keep sleeping the Verti-heal and kill the Ajir. That's my game plan. Because I feel like the Ajir is the biggest threat. And Verti-heal, as long as he's asleep, I'm fine with that. So I don't need to worry about him too much right now. Unless he Vamprox. I don't know why they... Well, yeah, what could they have done anyway? I was like, in the moment, I was like, I don't know why they did Ajir, but it kind of makes sense. We actually probably could have killed, that Ajir. But I knew Diana was going to get a turn anyway. That's why I didn't go for the Ajir after that. But I'm just looking to pick... As soon as the what's-his-face, as soon as the Verti-heal is dead, then I feel like there's absolutely no threat. I feel like that's GG. But Verti-heal gets some turns, but he doesn't really have a whole lot of DPS there. Like, I feel like I have both DPS and sustain. He doesn't really have a whole lot of sustain, you know what I mean? So he's trying to stun my Succubus, because otherwise he can't turn cycle with the Verti-heal. I don't know if that's, that Ganymede doesn't seem like he's on, like, a DPS build. I feel like maybe it would not be that bad to put Ganymede on DPS builds. Also, can I just mention that Fran, in certain situations, this being one of them, is actually better this turn. Like, against the Juno, I'm like, Fran can attack gauge reduce. So I have... Wait, why did I go for the... Oh, I think I just... The Diana element advantage. That's why I went for the Ganny first, instead of the Verti-heal. I just saw the opportunity there. But, yeah. Not too I just kept... Basically, Did I even use skill 3, like, ever? That's kind of the point with her. Like, they didn't really pick too much beneficial effects, but she just kept sleeping. Sleep, attack gauge increase, sleep, attack gauge increase, sleep, attack gauge increase. But I mean, let's be real though. All the Succubus do that with skill 1. So Succubus skill 1 is just amazing skill 1. The skill 2 would have been more beneficial if they had beneficial effects. No pun intended. But I mean, not like a crazy OP match, but let's see a more crazier, more OP matches. So this player is Xeon Legacy. Childish told me it's supposed to be Xeon Legacy. I was calling him 30N Legacy for the longest time. And he picks this Dark Succubus not like as a joke, like a lol, the trolls. Like, he picks it legitimately. This is what he picks that he does his arena battles with. So he has his, he has on Violent with very, very, very fast. Also, they have the Speed Leader too. The other side only has the Fran Speed Leader. Goes for the Strip and Bomb. Oh my god, getting all those turns. Still going for the Fran. Gets the Molong just down enough so that if the Molong recklesses... Let's see if he tries to sleep the Molong, though. If the Molong... Look at all the turns he's already getting before they can even do much of anything. Going for the Ciara. Tries to sleep the Fire Lich, doesn't get the sleep on it. Now he's got the Hathor. And then Hathor plus this. Big damage. Heal block. and doesn't wake up from sleep. So Hathor plus the Dark Succubus is really a great combination. Dangerously good combination. Plus they both have strips, so you don't necessarily need a super crazy amount of strips. If you're using like Hathor Dark Succubus, you can even have them kind of speed tuned to go one after the other if you want, but they both have strip skill too, so sometimes that's really all you need, is little single target strip here and there. If you think about it, if you have those two. See, doing pretty good damage though, doing pretty good damage, and wouldn't have woken anyone up from sleeps. I mean, Hathor will wake them up, but go to sleep. Still not waking them up from sleep. Of course, Vertiheal does, but yeah, it's pretty brutal. And against the G3 player versus G3 player, so just better runes than I have, better strategy than I have, I'm sure as well. So one day I'll get there. I think the one day you'll get there. Maybe you have to do matches first. You have to actually do RTA first. So anyway, this is more than get. Why are they even staying in the match? This is Endless Perna resists every sleep and violent procs. He would have to resist every sleep and violent proc. It's just they're not getting any turns. It's just a massive amount of turn denial. Massive amount of turn denial. They have scary units, right? They had really good Nat 5s, but doesn't matter what Nat 5s if you don't get turns to use them. This matchup, Spirit Moon is an OG. He's on global server too, by the way. But he is an OG. He's really strong count. Like if I see Spirit Moon, I'd be like, let me pick some weird fun things because I know I'm gonna lose anyway. That's one of those. I would just assume that I'm gonna lose. One of those players though. Resists, Veligil resist is huge, very big. Rain of Stones. Veligil, more resists on Veligil. I wonder if they have, oh, okay, let's see, stopped resisting. I wonder if they have high resist on Veligil. You know, here's the thing though. I mean, Veligil would make sense to have high resist if you think about it, because he's a cleanser. So if he resists a lot, then he could just cleanse all the debuffs, like in that situation. Right, in that situation. So let's take a look. Hathor comes in, like they weren't able to kill anything, and now Hathor comes in and... You know what? This is a really great combo, though. You see, here's the thing. I didn't even realize this at first, but I'm realizing it now. Big little time to realize the error of your ways. Hathor Isael. I was picking it. I didn't realize I was, but like, I was picking it without realizing that, like, I subconsciously knew that that was a great combination, and he's using it. He knows it's a great combination as well. But I mean, Hathor is just one of the best. I think Hathor's got the highest for normal element Nat 5s. I think Hathor has the highest win rate currently. I believe so. I believe she's anything higher is like light dark Nat 5, light dark Nat 5 region. Hathor first pick into CR Vertiheal. A lot of CC. You know what? I should probably try one of the. Well, I don't have Gianna. I don't have Gianna. I was gonna say I should try one of those Okeanos Water Monkey Ganymede things, but I'm like, because there's like a few strippers, and then there's the Ganymede on top of that. Everything's like super fast, but the Gianna's kind of nice there. I don't have a Gianna. There's other stuff. I mean, Bagel, you just said you don't need AoE strippers. That's right. You could use the Dark Succubus in there as well. In a comp like that. 3 very fast single target strippers and then some CC or reset or something like Okeanos or Ganymede to come in after that. It's really nice. So like even the enemy could have, even Stan could have used the look at that second skill. There, we finally see the second skill. But even Stan could have used the Dark Succubus on that team, because that would have actually not worked too badly in there. And one of the things, I'm not a huge fan of using the Fire Paladin. I use it on my Europe because it's got decent runes on the Europe and it's got skill ups on the Europe. So I use it sometimes, especially because I like to use Diana and Artemil in there. But like, I don't ever use it on my main. But one of the things that people say they like about the Fire Paladin is the immunity on skill 1. Like self-buffing immunity. Every time she uses skill 1, she gets her own immunity, which is pretty nice. I mean, if you think about RTA, all the resets is really kind of nice to have a great skill 1. And I think people don't quite, like, turn cycling and skill 1s are 2 things people don't really appreciate as much. Unless they're higher level than RTA, they really don't appreciate that really great skill 1. That the skill 1 value is if you think about it, Dark Succubus, skill 1, a really nice value. Vertiheal skill 1 is pretty nice value, right? Because it's passive, right? So skill 1 just increases the entire attack gauge. Fran's skill 1 is great. Of course, the change in it, but really, really solid. A lot of units in RTA have really, really solid skill 1s. But then there's things that are not as relevant, like for example, Chow or Leica, which the skill 1 is just like a dot. I mean, they still do a lot of damage, but skill 1 is just a dot instead of more debuffs when we have like a very CC-friendly meta. Again, we see the Hathor first pick into CR Vertiheal. I'm curious how fast, like I can show you guys my units, but I'm curious how fast like some of these, I always look at these matches and I'm like, I wish I could find these certain players, but a lot of times I like try for the videos and I'm like, they're trying specifically not to be found. So, are they going to use skill 2 on Diana? No, they use skill 2 on Fran. Resisted. Doing great, Isael. Doing great, Isael. Why don't you show everyone what you're capable of by getting resisted and then getting stunned? Fantastic. You're going to have to make up for that, by the way, Isael. I wonder if he's going to keep... No, he's going to go Diana skill, he's going to go Diana into CR, probably. Nope, he goes into Isael. Trying to take out one of the strippers. And now he gets bombed. Who's just going to come in with that Wish of Immortality again, though? Yep. And then Fran doesn't have another turn to do her thing just yet. To do her cleanse. So he's got the shield down. More bomb. Oh my god. I gotta, you know what? I gotta start using CR. But CR is, my CR is arena offense build. You kind of, it's a really different build. A lot of people like to use CR sometimes in RTA. But CR in it, she has to make sense with the rest of the team. Ooh, skill 2. Very nice skill 2. Very nice skill 2. Like, if the rest of your team is, like, for turn cycling and supposed to be tanky, then the CR should be tanky. If the rest of your team is, like, YOLO cleave DPS, then the CR should be, of course, more along the lines of DPS. So she should make sense with whatever... The rune build should make sense with whatever comp you're running specifically. Same first picks against Leslie. Leslie picked the... You know, I've seen this... A lot of people like to do this. They pick the Fire Lich and the Diana in the same round of picks. Because they're like, they don't want to get the Fire Lich used against them because it's so strong to counter Diana with that. So they just pick it alongside. And they banned out the Fire Lich. Of all the things they could have banned out, they banned out the Fire Lich. Because they're not really worried about the Fran. The Fran invincibility because they have enough strips. So many Dianas. I feel like this is... In RTA, it's like, if you have Diana, you're picking Diana. Diana's got it. I feel like Diana is like the best bruiser unit in the game. And I know I can't be the only one that feels that way. Diana's... She's so flexible. She's so flexible. She's got the tanky sustain. And why are we talking about Diana? We need to see Isael. We need to see Isael. Oh, she resistance is strong. The resistance is strong. Can we talk about Diana again? No more talking about Diana. I kind of want to run one of these. That's brutal though. That's really nice. We see the Fire Druid being used. G1 player using the Fire Druid, doing pretty well with him. Shumbi's got some videos on the Fire Druid as well. Got to shout out your boy Shumbi. So gets the sleep on the Fire Druid. Still trying to stay in human form though. Not trying to leave themselves vulnerable to being like getting cut in human form with the Diana. And the shield is really, you know what? The shield is really great against things like the Diana pick on the enemy team. The shield is really great because like the Diana has to go if she's gonna go into human form. She's got to go and she's got to start hitting the fire paladin, and she's not gonna get she might not get her full crits. So Also, another reason, like the Fire Paladin on Revenge. I think that's how I have mine on my Europe servers, Swift Revenge. But I picked Diana too, so whenever other people picking the Diana, I'm like, okay, I'll pick this Fire Druid now. I mean, Fire Paladin, sorry. We're also seeing, it's nice to see some of the less beloved, less crazy OP units being used in these matches, though. So that's GG on the Diana, yeah. GG on the Diana. There's just so much turn cycling. If you take a look at what's going on, there's a lot of turn cycling on Legacy's side. Isael, turn cycling first skill. Vertiheal, turn cycling passive. Ciara, turn cycling first skill. Turn cycle, turn cycle, turn cycle. So they're trying to... They're doing a little bit of CC with the Isael, but also, like, trying to get as many turns as possible to try to do as much crazy shenanigans as possible. Alright guys, that's it for this one. I just wanted to show you some more Isael action because we're getting the Hall of Heroes for her, and I think she's a really underrated unit. So hopefully you guys got some ideas if you want to possibly build her. For the different content, like what else would you use her for aside from RTA? Would you use her in Guild Wars? Maybe. Arena offense? Probably not. Arena defense? Probably not. TOA? Probably. I mean, like, you could do it the long way. Probably would recommend other stuff instead of that for TOA. You're not going to use her in dungeons. You're not going to use her in Rift Beast. You're not going to use her... I mean, I'm just trying to be brutally honest about where she could be and should be used, where most effectively. I would say Guild Wars, Guild Siege, RTA. That's where she shines the most. That's where she shines. Like, you're really not going to use her for, like, Rift Beast and R5 and things like that. It makes no sense. So anyway, guys, if you're interested in units that strip and do CC, which is really huge in the meta right now, and has been for forever, check her out. You might not. I would say either Swift or Violent. You could do this. You could kind of do Despair too, but you get more out of Swift than Violent. Because she's got AoE, she's got strip, so you could do Despair. But Swift, Violent, or maybe Despair. Good accuracy and very, very fast. That's and then after that, just good overall stats of whatever. But anyway, guys, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you as always in the next one.